Willem Drijver has created some fantastic software for allowing you to choose different boot options as you start your Vampire. So instead of having to swap flashcards between, say, Apollo OS and Coffin OS or your Amiga OS 3.21 installation, you can use this software, Apollo Boot, to just switch between them. And when you're running one operating system, you can just select the other one and it will reboot into it. So it's a brilliant way of running more than one operating system and of being able to test your software across multiple operating systems. So there's some commercial software that you can get. So you can order Amiga OS 3.21 and you could also order Roadshow, which is an IP stack, and iBrowse, which is a browser registration keys. And the software knows how to build the compact flash card and load those into the right places on the compact flash. So you basically get to create a build environment for building your own operating system collection, and also your own, you put your own music and pictures on there as well. So what you'll get from the link, email Willem and you'll get the link to download some things. The things you get to download are the base image, which includes various Apollo OS components, and just the structure of the disk, and then you'll also get this SD0 file system. So this is where you will put, if you have any, you can load any additional kickstarts. If you are going to purchase Amiga OS 3.2, then you can copy your Amiga OS 3.2 files in here. I have purchased it and I'm waiting now for it to be placed into an envelope and post it to me on a CD so I can make an image copy of that, because they don't do a download option. So that is where you can put your Amiga OS 3.2 whenever it arrives. If you order it, it's about 44 quid. And here is where you put any of your personal files. So assume that you want to be able to build your compact flash card on your PC or Mac, which is much faster than doing the same thing on the Amiga. And you want to have a standard collection of music, pictures, videos, documents and so on, then you put them in here and they'll get copied onto the compact flash for you. So the other component you need to supply is your alternative operating system. So it's going to come with Apollo OS, but you obviously wouldn't want to use Apollo Boot Trio to just boot one operating system. So you can provide, for example, the image of Coffin. So this is Coffin R60, 32 gig image. Cat is just causing chaos. Just cleared the all the coffee up that my cat just poured over everything. So that took a while. The thing that you might need to change is under the SD0 file system, is in here, is the FSUAE config file. And I think the best thing you can do is just edit that with your favorite text editor, whatever your favorite text editor would happen to be. The Mac helpfully doesn't suggest anything. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's brilliant. Amazing. The Mac just copies the picture into the text editor if you do that. Okay, well, I won't be needing that. So you could maybe open a terminal and CD to Trio, and then CD to SD0 and CD to UAE, and then you could use maybe Nano, which is just a text editor, an easy to use one by Unix, easy to use standards. So okay, so you just need a text editor really, and just change this so that this path is correct. So you're just saying, this is where these things are. This is where the Trio compact flash card image is. This is where my copy of Apollo OS is, which in fact it doesn't seem to need to use because it's already got it. This is my copy of Coffin R60. This is where the SD0 folder is. And this is the kickstart file that I want to use to start FSUAE. So obviously you need to change file. So I want to do maybe Control O, Control X. That will work, I think. Let's just see. So sorry if you all know how to edit files. While you're in there, you might as well put the command in to kill the floppy disk sound, unless you enjoy listening to it for about an hour. So let's start Willem's Apollo Boot Turbo installer, which is going to create the compact flash card for us from the SD folder and images. It does these pre-flight checks, which just check that all the paths we've just edited are correct and that there's something there for it to use. You then have these options that you can use. So personal will install your personal folder. The nice thing about it is if you've already copied some things into your personal folder and you just add some more, it will only move the differences, so that's great. And then I'm going to install, I don't have Amiga OS at the moment because I'm waiting for a CD to come in an envelope from the post office, assuming that someone has actually put the CD into an envelope in the first place. Who knows how many weeks that will take. And so let's install Coffin. Now this is going to take ages. Like it says, it's going to take about 60 minutes. So you probably don't want to watch this whole thing. So I'm going to pause this here. And in real life, I'm going to go and get a cup of tea and come back later. Just to recap, Willem's Turbo Boot software that's running now in FSUAE is updating this image file. So that image file is being updated with the other data in the SD0 folder and the various other images that you copy across. And that will need to be transferred to a physical compact flash card using something like, Berliner Etcher. But that's the final step after the image has been created. So what this is doing for you is automating the creation of the image to flash. This thing about the way the Turbo works is that it also sort of creates a new structure on the drive that puts files that are shared by multiple operating systems into their own archive area. So it's more efficient than having two different operating systems installed. It kind of reorganizes the disk. So you've got your boot section, but you've also got the data sections for things like the WHD load games and demos, which you can see being copied across here. So it's very clever the way it restructures the drive. And that is the end of the process. Notice as well that it's actually copying the Kickstart ROMs from Coffin as well. So there was that folder where you could put additional Kickstarts. If you're using Coffin, you're going to get, I think, most of them from the Coffin build, because Coffin contains everything plus the kitchen sink. A tiny launcher, which is just working on there, is very nice as well. It's kind of like a fast way of just launching games. You can see there that it's installed the Roadshow demo, but there wasn't any license code for it to apply. And this is it. This is the final beep, and that's it. Captured the end of the job. By the way, if you want to switch in and out of the mouse, you use the middle mouse button, assuming you're not using an Apple mouse, because I don't think they've got a middle mouse button. And there we go. Back to the menu. Job done. So you can see how easy that is compared to sort of whatever crazy machinations you need to do manually. Mounting those mounting physical drives in FSUAE and so on is a pretty awkward thing to do, I think. So I think Willem has really helped us here by making this simple and easy, and basically anyone can now do it, create their own flash builds of the operating systems that they prefer, and Willem is working on other boot options. There's Boot Omni coming that will also include a macOS boot menu option, which is going to be fantastic. Really looking forward to that.